So if there's one reason why I decided to start this channel, it's because there's one thing that I really hate about medicine. So one of the main things that I hate about medical school, it's its competitiveness. After all the pre-med track and during all high school having to grind, we believe that when we get into medical school, everything is over. But we often find ourselves in a student community that is very skeptical about each other. Some people have a great student community and that's amazing, but something that I've noticed talking to many students around the world is that no one helps each other out, and sometimes it seems to be the survival of the fittest. And I really believe this is a very toxic mentality. And yeah, I'll talk to you more about that, but first let's make some coffee. But yeah, this is basically a really toxic mentality. The feeling of never being good enough. The toxic feeling of always aiming for perfectionism. And the comparison syndrome that we have among each other is just so toxic. And in fact, a recent study has shown that 55% of medical students reported themselves to have emotional exhaustion. 34% of students reported themselves to have high levels of depersonalization. And finally, 46% of students reported themselves to have low levels of personal accomplishment. These statistics are way too high, and I believe that no one talks about the mental health issues that medical students are facing. There's lots and lots of pressure that we feel from the outside world, the high competitiveness, and I just believe that these stats are getting higher and higher with this ongoing pandemic and these ongoing online classes. I asked on my Instagram, why do you believe that these statistics are so high? And these are some of the answers that I've been getting. We can see some answer here, 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 and one not over here. So during this video, I'll give you some tips on how you can overcome this burnout and this stress based on these answers that I received on Instagram. So make sure that you follow me there. So let's get started with this video. I hope that you're gonna be blessed, and let's go. So, I asked all of my followers why do they believe that these stats are so high of burnout among medical students, and one of the answers that I got is this one. Basically, it says that we lack time management and that's why we get so anxious, stressed, and exhausted. And one of my main tips in order to manage your time more efficiently is to set up your MITs as soon as possible in your schedule. Because the first 2 hours after you have woken up, it's the time when your brain is the most focused, the most motivated, and the most aware. So you're basically a superhuman at that time. Also, it's very important that you organize your time in 2-hour blocks with half an hour of break between those. And in that half an hour of break, it's important that you have quality breaks. You're not just scrolling through social media, but you cook your lunch, do your laundry, go out with some friends and cook something real quick, or basically make sure that in those breaks you're able to rewind your brain and to just relax. Now let's go back at the second answer that I received on Instagram. One of the reasons why we also have burnout and why we feel so emotionally exhausted and always with low levels of personal accomplishment, it's because of what my followers said over here. We are not taught how to deal with stressful situations or with these burnout symptoms. All they teach us in school is to grind, work hard, bigger grades, competitivity, everything, go. But in reality, high performance is not for those who work harder or work more hours. High performance means to have a structure. A structure equals freedom. A way that you can decrease these levels of anxiety or this stress that you have is by implementing non-negotiables. And what are non-negotiables? So non-negotiables basically are rules that you implement into your life that go according to your values and your ideals. As the name says, non-negotiables are rules that you don't negotiate on and that you prioritize. In my case, a very important non-negotiable for me is to close all of my books at 7 and not study till then, so that I ensure that I have a good sleep. And also another non-negotiable that I implement, it's calling my family every night and spending quality time with my friends. And of course, always have Sundays off. So, another reason that one of my followers wrote down on why we're so burnt out is because of this. And let me tell you, this is so dangerous. We aimlessly look for perfection, and little do we know that perfection doesn't exist. Aiming for perfection is only gonna keep us burning out and burning out and burning out even more. I want you to write this down. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. When we aim for perfection, this leads us to take very slow action or never actually take action because we know we're not experts or we know that we're not the best. Well, this is wrong. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. So always make sure to keep that momentum going and keep on taking action. If you're not good at it, that's what's gonna mold you. And if you're not good at it, that's what's gonna mold you and what's gonna give you experience and what is gonna make you better in the longer run. Always take action. Don't worry about not being perfect. Take action, slow and steady. Now, let's go home. Okay guys, so I'm back home, and the most common answer to the question on why medical students are so burned out, basically lots of people type this out, that we have low support from like the student council or the student community, and we're not really taught how to manage stressful situations. So I wanted to leave this tip for the last because I have created a program that is called the High Performance Medical Student Program, where me and my team will guide you specifically to do 3 things. One of them is to save up to 10 hours of your week, where we will teach you how to get a good morning routine, a good night routine, where to study, where to memorize. The second part will be correct study techniques for physiology, anatomy, pharmacology, and different subjects that they give us a headache in medical school. And the third part, it's the most beneficial part for me, which is how to get into your dream internship, where we will guide you to get that dream internship that you always wanted. Here I give a picture of me and my mentor. We look so cute. So yeah, if you're interested in something like this, click the link down in the description. And otherwise, if you're not interested, I would really appreciate if you will keep on supporting me on this journey. I put so many hours of work on these videos, and to be honest, I'm really enjoying it so far. So please keep supporting me, click that like button, subscribe, and always, always, always be blessed. See you next Saturday, guys. Love you.